Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This video is going to be all about setting up your camera views. So setting up your cockpit views, instrument views and wing views and all of that. I'll not waste any of your time and get right into the topic. Before that, just one small thing. Please make sure you like the video. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. It takes a lot of effort to make these videos along with a full-time job. So I would highly appreciate you guys subscribing and liking. That would really help with the motivation to make these videos. So with that out of the way, let's get right into the topic. Alright, so first things first, we are going to talk about instrument views. So how do you cycle through these kind of instrument views that are just default set in your cameras.cfg. So here I cycle through all of my instrument views and now I'm back to my default cockpit view. So for that, you would have to go to control options and you would have to go to keyboard settings, camera or keyboard or whatever. Let's say you have a secondary keyboard or something. If you want to set it up to that, then you can open that and basically just go to camera setting and then instrument views. And then you have to set up your toggle instrument view 1 through 10 to some keys, right? I have set these all up to the numbers that are there above my keyboard on the left side, right here on the top. This is not the numpad numbers, by the way. We'll set up the numpad numbers separately for the wing views and all the other views. But right now, these numbers are all the ones that are right here above your normal keyboard. And I have set my previous instrument view button to Shift plus A and next instrument view to A. So if I'm on view 1, let's say, if I press A, I'm going to go to view 2, 3, and so on and so forth. So that's how you set up instrument views. You cannot actually edit these instrument views because they are already set, I believe, in the cameras.cfg file. So if you don't like the instrument views on some airplane, you might want to download a new cameras.cfg for that airplane from flightsim.to, and that might work out better for you. But here I'm showing how to set it up so that you can easily swap through them without any issues. And if it stays the same after flying an airplane for a while, you'll pretty much become second nature that, oh, 3 is my FMC view and 2 is my MCP view, things like that. So you'll flow through these views very quickly once you have all this, all of it set up. So that's about instrument views. Now let's move on to the wing view setup.
Alright, so for the cabin view and wing view setup now, which is the main part of this video. If I sound different, this is a new day and I have a headache. So in order to set up your cabin view and wing view, you would have to hit escape, go to control options as usual, and then go to keyboard, camera, cockpit camera. And then this time we'll be looking at custom camera. So you would have to assign some key to save custom camera 0 through save custom camera 9. And what I have done is I have assigned it to control plus alt plus 0. Again, all of these numbers are the ones that are on top here, not the numpad numbers, right? So that's for all the save custom camera. And then I have assigned control space to reset cockpit view. So if I'm on some custom camera, if I just hit control space or a button on my joystick, that'll bring me back to my flying view, the main pilot view. So that's all my save custom camera setup. You can copy the same settings and then we come to the load custom camera. So now that you have saved all of those custom cameras, how do you load them directly, right? So for that, now this is why I left my numpad empty. From load custom camera 0 through 9, I have set them all up for numpad 0 through 9. So with this setup, you basically have access to 10 cameras through your normal numbers button, and you have access to 10 more cameras from your numpad button, right? Okay, so let's go back to the sim. Here's one cabin view that I have set. So for example, let's say you want to move around and maybe set a cabin view that is somewhat like this, right? And I want to set this as custom camera 4. So what I would do is I would press Control Alt and 4, and that would set my custom camera 4 to this view. So let's say I am in my flying view, and if I now press numpad 4, that would bring me to this view. So now that makes it really easy for you guys to to set up these kind of engine views and wing views. So I've set it up to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, and then 0 is just a view that I use for recording landings if I want to. Now one more thing that you'll need is, you'd ask, how do I just move around in the cockpit like that, right? To set up, move around in the cockpit and the airplane like that to set up my wing views and camera views. So wing views and cabin views. So for that, what I would do is control options. Well, the simplest way to do it is to have a very cheap controller like an Xbox controller, and in that you would already have all of these translating cockpit view, left, right, forward, backward, and increasing height and all of that set up, right? And yaw and pitch axis. So with this controller, you can pretty much just move around like you do in any other game. That's the easiest way. But if you don't have a controller, you would map those same settings out here in the keyboard or in any other device that you have, right? So you can map buttons to translate cockpit view left, right, forward, backward, and you can assign buttons to cockpit view increase height and decrease height. That should give you enough control. It'll still not give you the yaw control, which you can just look for yaw and assign some access to cockpit yaw access. But again, it's really uncomfortable to move around with your keyboard. It's really easy to just get one simple $20 controller and that should do the job. Anyway, that was it for this video, and I'd like to thank all of you for watching if you're still watching. And like I said before, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. It really helps me out. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.